what's up? Hope your day's going good. I'm not really here and there, but I'm gonna try to get out of my lull and show you something cool. Now, because you need distilled water, and where I live it's winter, so my house is locked up. It's dry, the environment. Your environment, I said it before in one of my older videos, your environment will dry out your print head. Especially when you're doing DTF. It does it for any printer, but DTF is really bad when the environment's dry. So, to combat that, you need a humidifier, because again, it's winter. So you have your heater on. Where I live, it's winter. It's cold, we have to turn the heater on. If you live somewhere it's warm, this is not for you. But because where I live it's cold, and I have to turn the heater on to dry out the house, you get the gist of it. So, I got this. It does two things, one shot. Not gonna look like it, but it does. And let me show you what it is. It's a pen that makes distilled water. Let me get the box. Hold on. There it is. From a company called Kitchen Crop. Again, let me say this again. I am not a affiliate. This is stuff I paid with my own money. Alright? I'm just showing you stuff that I buy to help you out. It's called Kitchen Crop. I actually like it. Now, it's Little Creek distilled water distiller, stainless steel. If you want to see the model number, there it is. Works on induction, electric, ceramic, and gas. So you can use it on any stovetop, and it works. 5-year warranty. I don't know how true that is. You know how they are. They put stuff on boxes and it works. If it breaks, I don't know how it is. I don't know how their warranty is. You might have to jump through hoops just to get them to fix it or replace it. Who knows? I don't worry about that stuff. Now, how does this work? Works like that. You put water in the bottom. It steams. There's a hole right there in the pan. It comes up through here and it distills the water and it pumps right out through the hose into your pan, that's what this is. It goes all the way out into the pan. And it makes actual clean distilled water. Clean water. Alright, that water is actually really, really clean. I tested it. It's like nothing in it. Now, there is a design defect in this pan. In between here, as you can see, there is no real seal between the two pans. So the pans really don't seal properly. I'm guessing they do it because they want the steam to escape out of the pans. They want the steam to escape out of the pans. Because, you know, if you put water in a pan and you boil it, it creates gas. And if you don't have anywhere for the steam to escape, it's going to explode. Which it did, and I burned my hand. But if you do it right, you can actually seal it. That's what these are. These are just exercise bands. You know those exercise bands that you use to stretch? Tension bands? That's what these are. These are just tension bands. You use them and then you pull them and you stretch with them. And all I did was take it and put it over the seals. And I sealed them. That way I can keep maximum steam in the pans. And it will actually make more water instead of blowing out the steam all over the house. Now this top one actually steams. As you can see the steam, I don't know if you can see it, but steams, there it is. You can see the steam rising off of it, right? This actually put moisture back into your house. So not only are you making distilled water, you're actually heating and moisturizing your house. So you're doing two things in one job, and that's why I'm actually making my own distilled water, because it's not only moisturizing my house, I'm also making distilled water at the same exact time, which also reduce your heating bill. I know, it don't look like it is, but I have my heater going constantly, or have my stove going, which actually uses less current than my heater. Makes way more sense. So I just have my water boiling, steam comes off of it, pumps it into the house. I don't have my vent on here, so I want all the heat steam coming off this pan comes into the house. I don't want it to go anywhere else but in the house. And the steam keeps my house moisturized. So the steam keeps my house moisturized, and then I don't have to worry about how dry my house is. Right now, it's cold out. It's like about 30-something degrees outside. But it feels like it's 80 degrees in here. And my temperature in my house is actually set at 70 degrees. But it feels like 70. So, no, it feels like almost 80 degrees because it's so freaking warm in here. I'm always cold, so I'm always wearing a jacket. But let me show you something pretty cool. So, hold on. Not yet. Watch this. So, the hose come out here. See, it's spitting. The reason why it's spitting like this is because I have trapped all the steam in the pan with these bands. So you have to give it a place for the steam to come out, which in their directions right here, see, they want you to pinch it off like this, right? It's supposed to help with building steam and water, and you crack it open and then you drain it off. But because I seal it like this, I have to give it a way for the steam to come out. Now I can release the steam. I can take this band off and let the steam escape here. I can take this band off and let the steam escape here. But I rather have the steam escape through here than anywhere else, because I rather come through here and I actually get more liquid. If I take this pan off right now, you'll see I have the amount of water I put in here. When I just started, the amount of water I put here actually ends up back in here. I lose very little water from steam exchange. Because again, if you take these bands off, all the steam goes out the damn pan and don't get the chance to condense like this. It just blows right out the sides. Instead of it condenses, it just blows straight out the sides, and you lose all that water. Whereas if I do it like this, it saves all the steam, because all the steam just now rise into the pan, up to the top, sits up in here, and it has no choice but to condense. And then it blows out whatever the excess pressure, air pressure, through this line out in here, and then it spits. As you can see, just constantly spits water in here. And that's all it does. And it works way better this way than it is if I had it the other way, because it's just a waste. So let me show you the Now let me show you the temperature of my thermostat. My AC, my heater is not on. It's actually off. And I don't have anything in my house that actually measures temperature. And I actually really should. But let me show you. So my temperature thing is set at 69 degrees. Alright, so here we go. Here's the temperature thing. This was in a room that don't have heat in it. Okay, that's how high the moisture in my house is. 60. Oh wow, it's going up because now I'm in the room with the actual pan, and see how the moisture is going up? 69%. That's what it does. It actually dumps moisture in your house, so your house actually feels warmer than it actually is. So it's 68 in here. Well, 71%. So that thing's actually dumping a lot of moisture in your house. See, it just keeps rising. Now this thing was in a room without there's no heat in there, so that's why it was never measuring correctly. The airflow where this thing sits is not correct, not right. Hope I'm saying this correctly. But the temperature, even though it was still 68 degrees in there, the moisture was still 60-something%. That makes your house feel a lot warmer than it actually is. So if you live somewhere that's cold, but you want to keep your heat low and your temperature feels warmer than it actually is, moisture. You need moisture in your house. This is why if you have a lot of heat, you have your temperature high in your house, but it feels very cold, is because your moisture is very low in your house. right? And see, my temperature is going up. See it? Your temperature reader never goes up fast enough. It always takes a while, but your moisture level always reads fast. So this is going to go up. If I leave it here long enough, this is going to go up at least about 72 degrees because it's really warm in here, and my temperature thing is set at 69 degrees. That's how having moisture in your house works. It makes your house feel a lot warmer than it really is. I know my numbers. I'm pulling numbers out of the sky, so especially with my temperatures, it's maybe not that warm, but I'm probably exaggerating. It's probably said it's 69, so it's probably like at 70, 72 degrees, 70, and it's anywhere between 70 to 73 degrees. Right, just somewhere between there, but it feels like 80 degrees, even though it's not 80 degrees. I am hot in this thing. I'm about ready to take it off because it's so hot in here. Because the moisture is so high, right? That's how you want to keep your house warm. I know, I'm just going back and forth over this thing. So, I just wanted to change gears a little bit, tell you, make your own distilled water, especially if you live somewhere that is cold. It will help your house and help your printhead. Helps your actual environment and your health. It will make you feel better. Just more information. Peace.
This review allows another couple of shots. This thing is a POS, and I'll tell you why. You got your water to be distilled down here. This is a cone shape little deal that traps the moisture up under this condenser, they call it. I have refilled this with cold water 3 or 4 times, and let me put my phone down just 1 second. I guess I can't. Anyways, the water's hot up here for the 3rd, 4th time. It wastes so much water. I'm going to save up for something $500-600. It hasn't even reached this point yet, which is, in all honesty, they should put a portal down here for the hot water to come out, the cold water to go in. With a little mini pump, it would do it great justice. But anyways, let me lift this off. You won't be able to see for a moment. Hold on. Get as many drips of condensation as I can. Now this is probably 3 gallons or so, so let me set this down or so. Okay, that's the hot water. This is all I've collected. Okay, there's the steam. The steam comes up the cone, collects on the bottom plate of that, and but I've bought home distillers before, and I like my parts per million 0, total dissolved solids at 0 or near 0 anyways. But this, you see the water I've gotten in 3 hours? It's set on a stovetop at medium for 4 hours, and that's all I get. It's completely worthless. Completely worthless. So I have to drain this. It's not scalding water, but it's, of course that would happen. Jesus. Fuck. Anyway, sorry about the bad language. I'm filling up with cold water again now that all the condensation came out of there. But this is what you get. For $100, this is not worth jack, because there's no... This should be... That tray should sit in here no more than 1/4 of an inch. It should be as tall as this piece here, with the ingoing and outgoing water supply. So you could put a drum in your kitchen and save on the water being and have it rotated, you know what I mean? Like a 12 foot or a 12 volt little water pump. But I'm putting cold water on again, the third time. And I'm not gonna fill it all the way up because I'm already done with this product. Honestly, there's no way to make it. See, it sits halfway down in there because that cone is right in there. It sits too far down. It should sit high up. Have an out hole. Yeah, have an out hole and an in hole in here. But why would you design something so stupid? Why not, instead of put a cone in the center, have small little holes all the way around the base so your heat goes up, and a little pump added to this into another, say, 10, 20 gallon pot of probably 30 gallon plastic jug of water to circulate that. But this is worthless. I'd rather have a 725 watt, like I had, 725 watt or 750 watt tabletop surface that does a gallon, shuts itself off each time. That's what I had before, but this is ridiculous. Do not waste your money on this pile of crap. It looks cool, it's shiny, and I don't think it's actual stainless steel. If it is, it's coated stainless steel, but down into the center parts, it doesn't look as shiny as it does on the outside. That's just my review. Amazon, get your stuff straight. Quit giving out these fake positive reviews. It's just a piece of junk. Over now.
So here's the Distiller. Just the top part. I brought it in January. And look. See that? That's rust. All in here, rust. So I can't drink rusty water. Okay, I brought it in January. The month now is April. April 9th. And look at the bottom part. This started turning colors, I believe, in February. Let me take the water out. Get a good look at it. Stainless steel. That spot right there was the first one. Then it just started coming out. I have scrubbed this. I have cleaned it with citric acid. I've done soap. I've done Brillo, everything. And it has, you know, and it also turns the color like a tint when I pour it in the sink. So I don't suggest this for a long period of time. This is definitely built to, which is so weird because the bottom of this is not even, this is the top part where you boil the water. The inside, pristine. The back, this one, perfect. And it goes through the same boiling process as everything else. So I don't know, but I don't suggest it. It's not safe to drink rusty water. I have to filter it, but I'm still not even comfortable with that. So if you're trying to buy this every 6 months, go ahead. But other than that, you know, I don't suggest it.
Well, this is producing water. Working pretty good. Pleased.